What family? Cost you nothing to hit that like button, fam. If you don't know, well, I know a lot of you hip hop heads that stay tapped in know that Kodak Black, did a record with 6ix9ine. Not only did Kodak Black, fam, do a record with 6ix9ine, 6ix9ine gave him $1 million for the record, right? For the feature, right? Now, after Boosie took to his social media, quick, soon as the record hit social media, and Boosie talked about Kodak Black and his street cred, said he looked for more out of Kodak Black in this situation. He thought he was a street dude, and he ain't holding up to principles and morals in the streets. Now, Kodak found, before we get into details, after then had responded to Boosie and was pretty much saying, you're not my OG. Just because you feel a certain type of way don't mean I'm gonna move the way you want me to move, right? And for a minute, everything kind of died down. And I was saying, in my segments between the two, both of them street artists, they keep certain dudes around them. And when individuals meet up at these certain dates, fam, things can go real sour. Now, we know Kodak Black just did a Drink Champs interview, a real controversial interview. A lot of Kodak Black, fans are saying that they concerned, like he on some drugs, he losing his mind. But anyway, he spoke on the situation with 6ix9ine, and he also said that 6ix9ine ain't from his hood, he ain't our rat, and it's $1 million. And he spoke on Boosie also, playing on him. And Boosie responded, fam, to Kodak Black. And Boosie said Kodak will suck a D for $30 million if he'll do that for $1 million, right? Now, Boosie went on this live saying this about Kodak Black. Now, I said, fam, we know Boosie age range. We know the age range that, Kodak come up in the game. It's a different bracket of fans, right? And I think that it's a thin line, you feel me? And it's a careful line that one may not need to cross when it comes to the YGs and breeding certain material in their system, which is already in Kodak. But Boosie trying to breathe the streets in this man, go by street codes, do all these different things, fam, and y'all have really made it out the hood. Like, kids can afford college, going to private school, all these different things, and they fooling the community like Boosie, like he playing this hard role, fam, and it's really not that. You really have made it out the hood. You living good on the cool, but the public don't recognize this voodoo, fam, this witchcraft that these rappers be putting down, and it's been tearing up the community. Boosie even spoke on himself, fam, that he know his music have led a lot of individuals, fam, behind them walls, because it's witchcraft. If you listen to it, bounce off of, how we motion, like you can really feel that and go pop some, fam, like we used to. When it comes to Kodak in this interview and speaking like he's speaking, he got rights to. Reasons why, fam, because he didn't say nothing about Boosie, ever. It was never no disrespect. We see Boosie getting off like that with a lot of YGs. You got to let it's a different day and time. All that 90s code, 80s code, early 2000 code, man, time changed. It's out of there, fam. You dig what I'm saying? And we seeing Boosie's success. We seeing Boosie every year, with family, all of his kids living good. But we also seeing the flip side of this poison they pouring out in the hood that we see every day, fam. And these kids ain't living nothing like that, fam. You understand what I'm saying? Let's talk to them. Because if they don't get what we didn't get, Boosie, they're going to go down the same road that we went down, fam. It's okay to get the rap money. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, when do we transition as a Jay-Z? When do we transition as a 50 Cent, fam, and get into other things to help people on a positive level, whether if it's movies or whatever the case might be? When do we stop? Think about this. Boosie, 40 years old, talking to a YG like Kodak, trying to convince him, fam, to stay on the street level and get killed or go to jail. And right now, in today's time, all of these young YGs is bosses in their group. Everybody bosses. This ain't like you had OGs talking and they gonna hear that and run with it. No, fam. Not saying you don't need to tell them no real shit, but a lot of times, and excuse my language, a lot of times when individuals say real shit, people miss the message and just stick to the real shit, even if the message is wrong, fam. Like straight up. You know, it sound good, Boosie telling them, hey, Kodak, keep it silent. Don't do no record with a rat for $1 million. I wouldn't have took that. I wouldn't have did this. We be feeling like we the hardest gangsters, fam. We be feeling like we really gods and what we say is law, and that's bullshit. And at the end of the day, when it comes to individuals thinking like that, fam, even me, you got to transition into putting yourself in other people's shoes and not standing on your gangsterism no more, Boosie. Because it almost took you to the death chamber, right? Let's not forget all these different things that went on and you came out talking about, fam, in a different way, in a different spirit. Don't lose your spirit out here. Because we know what it is when it comes to the rich man. You have did everything in the game that can possibly be done, fam. What more do you want from our people in the community? Everybody respect you as a pop of the South, but do you respect yourself? Do you even respect your kids, really? Because we seen the demo that went down with that situation, fam. Didn't even post to hit social media. So if one ain't got no regards for his own kids when it comes to the world and how they would look at his kids, think about this. Boosie even spoke on his daughter having sex and different stuff at the high school. You know, he told the world this. People around and other dudes that might had an interest in his daughter might not now look at her like a hoe or something. Excuse my language, fam. Y'all got to start looking at what's real and not what's being said that's real, fam. A lot of y'all run to what these rappers say because the shit sound good. But let's get to reality on what it really is. After so long, these guys been in the game 20 years, fam. 20 years spreading witchcraft, voodoo. Everybody up in the hood is be up under these rap spells. Wake up early in the morning, they listening to hip hop. When they go to sleep, fam, they listening to hip hop. If they got a problem, they listening to hip hop. And these emotions that they putting in them is backwards and leading them to the graveyard and to prison, fam. Destroying relationships in our community. That's why a lot of fathers not in the home because the product that we have been put down when it comes to women, being a player. You know, the husband material type shit is out of there. It's corny. It's lame, right? And at the end of the day, we want our daughters. We want our sons and other people to be married and do good. But what about other people that's suffering in the community with the violence and this witchcraft music that we put down in it, fam? I was a part of it. Only thing I'm saying, it become a time to where you got to take responsibility for what's real and pour some back in the community because it's well needed right now, Boosie, other than your gangsterism. But make sure you hit that like button, fam, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm out.